Alright, let's see here. So, we're going in. Yep, you've got Pull Strike. I was going to say Tracer rounds is good on maps where you're going to be rotating through bushes a lot. And there certainly are bushes on the rotation, but not to the sort of restrictive level that you see on something like Dragonshire or Battlefield of Eternity with all the bushes around the objective. So you're doing a good job of staying safe here, just poking from max range. You haven't taken any damage yet, and that's really good. I gotta say, this positioning is like impeccable in this first fight. Oh, and then you see the Diablo kill. I don't like... You actually botched this kill a little bit. So let's go back and look at this again, and I'll explain how this could have been done better. Diamond playing in Masters, because I'm in Masters. So are you saying that, like, you... Richard, if you send in a replay, I will review it. You've never sent me a replay. It's
pure
like...
skill, baby.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Number one GM
I'm
looks like,
not sure how to pronounce that, Zur or Zaur or whatever, but thanks for the follow, man. I gotta say, I really liked the coordination and shot calling that you brought to our team last game. That was really good. So here, Fain, let me take another look at this again. I hate that I can't see the heroes at the top, so I just have to kind of guess which number is used. 6. Okay. So let's go ahead and watch this again. You're playing this perfectly, okay? Because one of the big things that you want as Tracer is to not be near anybody except the exact person you're hitting. Like, most of the time, that's what you want. You don't want to be right on your team, and you don't want to be right on the enemy team, and you're playing this perfectly. Everybody's right here hitting each other, you're way over on the side, where you're still close enough to be effective, but not close enough to take damage. And you can see that with how you're going through this completely untouched. You're staying on the same target throughout this whole time, recognizing where your kill pressure is, and that's beautiful. And then look, right here, this is where the misplay happens. Watch. So first off, you could have meleeed him right here, and then also... his whole team is playing super far up. Like, they're all past this, like, 2/3 of the way lineup in the lane. You just blink right here, melee, blink one more time. And if he Qs you, it's you and him way over here. And his team is way over here. You don't even need recall at that point. You just blink straight up and walk away and you're out of there. But if you stay where you are, he just has the wall stun. His team's able to blow you up before you're able to get him back. You Q over to the left of him, his team's not able to follow up at all, even if he combos you. The combo doesn't wall stun, and you're in a really good position to get away. So there, you did a really good job of following up on that rule of Tracer, of always just staying away from everybody else, but didn't keep it up for that last part of the kill. So that was a free kill if you stayed on the left side of him there, or if you got to the left side of him. Overall, though, I gotta say, that positioning was really good. Yeah, I hate when that happens right there. Like, I haven't had that happen to me as much, but it happened a lot when I first swapped. And then I got a little bit better about it. That wall stun was kind of BS. Here, you definitely should have recalled this, because recall breaks turret aggro, so, like, any shots that are already flying towards you are not gonna hit, and you just take unnecessary damage from the flip. Like, right here, this is a recall right here, and you'll end up at about 60% instead of like 25. Because you're probably not going to need it right away anyway, and you do not have a healer that's capable of just instantly putting you back up. I could see holding on to your recall if you had like a Tassadar or Malfurion. Even then, I'd still probably think it was the right decision. It's a really good blink when the Diablo is looking to Q you. Kind of Monka-ass bomb there, but I mean, you know what you did wrong. So here you should definitely be on this camp right here. Like, you know, you just want to be taking these camps as early as possible. And Tracer doesn't really do that much in lane unless your opponents are bad or you just have like a really easy lane matchup. Like, if your opponents just sit here and let you hit them, sure. But right now it's perfectly fine if you just leave these people here and just go do this camp. It's going to take you a long time, but you're not going to accomplish much in this lane anyway, assuming your enemies have any idea what they're doing. Let's see. I miss 6+ bombs. Dude, I miss bombs all the time, man. All the time. Don't even worry about it. Here, okay, here's one thing that I see a lot of Tracers not do correctly versus Maev's. So, as soon as Maev throws out her Spirit of Vengeance, just blink to the side. And she is completely useless. I actually think that if you do this one thing, Maev is garbage into Tracer. So right here, you're staying at auto attack range, and that's really good. If you just blink, towards your Brightwing, like a little bit down, so you'd be like right here to the right of your Brightwing, that ghost isn't on you. I know that might be kind of a reaction thing, but that ghost isn't on you. She's not able to hit you with her Umbra Link or whatever it's called, and you're just getting free harass, and she's actually wasted her escape. So you didn't need to take any damage there. That was a little bit of unnecessary damage. Really good job getting the poke on the Diablo while still avoiding the Arcane Orb. This was really monk-ass positioning right here. Hold on, let me take a look at that again. Diablo, I'm pretty sure, could have wall-stunned you into a kill combo here when you walk up near your tower. Let me see. If this enemy team had like a little bit of coordination, you're 100% dead here, because right now, let's look at this Diablo. Yeah, Diablo Q, if he QEs you right here, and then she sleep darts on the E, there's just no way you make it out of this alive. Like, 100% you're dead, because you walked a little bit too high here. Luckily, the enemy team doesn't seem to really be aware of that, but I think if you were up against, like, a team full of GMs, you would have died here. Let's see. Just generally when you're running from Diablo, I think you just went too high here. And again, like, right here, I still think they could have gone for it. Yeah, this still really needs to be taken. Although right now you just need to be soaking. Even without the missed bomb, you weren't getting that kill. And again, they could have killed you there if he just stunned you into the wall, flipped into sleep dart, and then Ana autos you like 3 times, he slaps you once, and you're dead there, without any way to respond. So generally, when you're playing against a Diablo, it's really important that you blink through those spots where you would get stunned. Like, just to demonstrate what I mean, let's see. Dang it, I went right over it. Okay. So right here, if you're standing right here where my cursor is, and Diablo's right here, he can't wall stun you. If you're standing right here, he can wall stun you, and if you're standing right here, he can't. So you want to blink from one safe zone to the next, is generally how you play against Diablo. So like right here, you should walk right here, blink through, so you go from this safe zone where he can't wall stun you, to this safe zone where you can't wall stun you. But you walk right through it. And again, oh no, you blinked right through it. Perfect. I thought you walked right through it, but I guess I got that wrong. Alright. Yeah, and at that point, you're just way too low to even be in combo range. Like, he can just do a naked combo and still kill you. I was just standing too close while you were low. Like, and your teammates ended up taking this, but you want Azebo out in lanes getting stacks. And you don't really do anything in lane, and you're really garbage at trading, as you saw right there. So, because a team in lane, they only ever have to poke you down to like 30% to effectively eliminate you from the lane. Because if you're any lower than that, as we just saw, you're an instant kill. So Tracer's just like garbage at laning, and generally when I'm on Sky Temple, unless I have like a Grey Mane or something, and even then I'm often helping them with it, I'm almost always on this camp at 1 minute on this spot, on this particular map. Let's see. Luckily the other team didn't actually elect to go for this. Right here, we can see the Li Ming as bottom, so I like this play to play for the top one, because you know they're probably fine down there. And if they're not fine down there, you absolutely have this up here. So I think this is a good play in light of the fact that Li Ming is bottom. I want to watch this again. I feel like you could have played that better. Just something about it felt a little off, but I couldn't quite place my finger on it. I did feel like the target focus was kind of mixed between you and this Thrall. Alright, let's take a look at this again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right here. I actually played that just about fine, really. Yeah. Not a huge complaint on my part at all. And then here, you're just going in on Maiev, even though she's way too deep. I call that the Beg for Mercy vault, because when Maiev was released, Beg for Mercy spammed her like 200-300 games in a row, and he did that every single time I would pulse bomb him, or anyone would pulse bomb him. He would flip too early and die. That should never have worked. Like, don't think that was a good play, because that was actually a bad play. The Maiev is just garbage. Like, she just didn't jump it, so you ended up... This is super risky positioning, by the way, because Li Ming knows that you can't see her, so you can't see when she's tossing abilities. So, like, this is just needless risk by walking up towards this bush. Like, you should actually be towards the bottom of the lane right here. And again, you don't have a healer that can actually put any significant kind of heals in you, so these kinds of trades generally are a bad idea. Luckily, this enemy team is not great, and they only sent 2 people, so you're fine. Really good harass there. You got just free damage. A lot of tracers don't take the free damage that's right in front of them. You actually did a really good job of doing it there. Let's see. Just more missing bomb stuff. That's, again, not the worst. There was definitely a recall that you should have gone for. Like, the only reason that you don't get killed immediately after this recall is because your Thrall is feeding. Let me see. Let's watch this again. So, pretty much as soon as the Ana kill is going to happen is, I think, when you should have recalled. Let's watch this again. So you're going in for this kill. You go in for the dive on the Ana. You missed Mom, but that's okay. You just needed to hit it. Right here. There's no way, in any universe, you're ever going to kill Diablo, or from this position at least. You're never going to kill this Maiev. You're never going to kill this Li Ming from this positioning. So, because there's a Falstad up there. I think if Falstad and Diablo didn't exist, you could have gone for the Li Ming kill, but in light of the fact that those two are there, I think you should have just recalled right there and used the 2 blinks to get to safety. Because right here, you're kind of dooming yourself, and the only reason you get out is because this Thrall went that way and kind of distracted them. Let's see. It's a good ping on the gazebo. I think by being... Oh, whoa. That was a really good play right there. You just managed to harass the Falstad out. I don't think you needed to tank a tower shot, but it's not a huge deal, because, I mean, you'll just get a regen gloom. And then good rotation onto mid when they're pressuring towers. This should be on the Ana. 100% you should be on the Ana instead of the Diablo here. It looks like you get saved by Diablo actually flipping you through the Umbral Link. Let me take a look at this. Oh, wow. I had to go earlier than I expected. Oops. Thrall feeding MVP? Yeah, dude, you know it. Alright, let's take another look at this. So you're rolling up. It's a pretty cool mount skin combo, by the way. You want to be right in the middle of the lane, like right here, where you're not close enough to any walls to get wall stun. Because, and again, right here, this is where I would transition to the Ana, and I would blink through the spot. Because you actually walk through the stun zone. Like, if you're right here, in this little area, you'll get stunned into the wall. If you're over here, you're fine. If you're over there, you're fine. You want to blink through this area, so that way he can't wallbang you. Ooh. Oh, man, you don't walk through it, you blink through it. That actually just feels awful. But either way, you still took your sweet time doing it, and if you just went straight on the Ana like you were supposed to, this wouldn't have happened. So luckily, this Diablo saves you by flipping you through Umbral Link, but you were 100% dead there because you stayed too long on this Diablo right in the middle of the hallway. Like, you should be down a few kills and not have, and like have a death right there, 100%. And you should have another death right up here. But this enemy team is kind of misplaying super hard. And there was a death right here that you should have had as well. Like, if the other team was playing, like, literally perfectly. This is a good play because your Brightwing has Polymorph ready, and you have Recall. Beautifully done. Gotta say, I didn't think you recognized, like, as I was watching this, I didn't think you saw that kill in front of you, because I was like, okay, he'll be able to recall the Shrike damage and get all of that dot off of him, and that's where a lot of Ana's auto-attack damage is offset into, and your Brightwing is here for the Polymorph. I didn't think you'd see that, and you did. That was a beautiful kill. Excellent usage of recalls, removing of negative status effects. Let's see. Again, just another missed bomb there. I think you played that overall pretty well. You just missed the bomb. That's not a big deal. Like, I'm sure you know. My personal advice when I feel like I'm missing my bombs a lot, I always just slow it down. Just take it nice and easy. Really make sure I'm hitting it. And then once I feel confident in those, that's when I start to speed it up again. But I found that a lot of the time when I'm missing bomb, it's just because I'm like flicking my mouse on the screen trying to get it off as fast as possible. And that ends up making me miss. Whereas if you take it slow, that was not that high pressure of a situation. You had a lot of time to drop the bomb on him, so just slow it down whenever you feel yourself getting into a funk with the bombs. Right here, this is the perfect spot to stay in with that harass on the Diablo. Like right here, you should be diving this Diablo with your Thrall, actually. I think this is just a map awareness issue. So, Diablo, let's go ahead and look at this again. So the wall is really low right here. What I would do is just shoot this out, and then you have free harass on the Diablo, because you can stand anywhere right here without him being able to stun you. So just shoot the wall out like you do right here. Bop. Shoot that wall out, and then you should be moving up because this Thrall is flanking, and he's pinging that he's on the way. And again, I think this is just map awareness. But you could be on this Diablo right now hitting him. Like if you're right here, he has zero way to wall stun you. If you go up here, like if you're harassing him from here, he can wall stun you here. But right here, in particular, he's screwed. Because if he goes over here, he dies to Thrall, and he's out of tower range. Like he's out of fort range. If he goes down here, he's boxed into your whole team. So I think you probably let this guy go. And then after you kill him, especially because you have bullet time, you can chase this Ana down and kill her as well. So I think you gave up on a double kill here that actually had a really good chance of happening. Please tell me you stick to this Diablo like glue. And then blink past her, put the bomb on him. Beautiful. I will say that was a very well executed kill on him, but he should have already been dead. And then if you get a double kill there, this is boss right here. So I think you cost your team a boss, which is like bot wall and mid fort, which you're already 2 levels up, so you would be up at least 3 levels between a kill, bot wall, finishing off the fort, and then whatever else you guys are doing while boss is out. You cost your team a level or 2. Let's see. And like, I'm really harsh. Hey, what's up, Neo? How's it going? I'm really harsh in these replay reviews in terms of like telling you like you cost your team so much, but like I'm trying to compare you to literally perfect play so you can see how much potential there is. Because like a lot of people don't realize, as long as you're picking Tracer in at least like a decent situation for her and your team doesn't straight up feed, you can almost always carry your team to victory. That's why I have an 85% win rate. Good job not getting caught in the Umbra Link. Beautiful aggression there, right there. I gotta say, you got on the other side of her. I did think that was a little dangerous, but they ended up not punishing it, and you always could have dodged it if necessary, but you didn't stand on top of your team for the Q spam, which was the really important thing. You didn't get caught in the Umbra Link, and you stayed aggressive on the correct target. That was gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and look at your build right here. I noticed that you went Bullet Spray. I don't know why Bullet Spray is 32%. It seems like that's an undocumented change because it was 40%. I personally go Ricochet pretty much every game, and I think that if you're going Untouchable in particular, it's a no-brainer. Like, that should be Ricochet. Because Ricochet, like, Untouchable says, I'm looking to get auto-attack value. Bullet Spray is specifically taken for a few reasons. One of the major reasons being that it's a lot easier to execute your dive burst combo because your melee range is very restrictively short. And so when you're trying to dive on the backline and burst them down, this really gives you a lot of comfort in that someone who's slightly closer won't steal your target, and you don't have to be hugging your target to melee them. So Bullet Spray is a pick that says, I'm looking to dive on my targets. And Untouchable is a pick that's saying, I'm looking to stand a little bit away and just get auto attack value rather than making my money through dives. If that's what you're looking for, if you're trying to just dive the enemy team, then you're looking to take Parting Gift. But Untouchable is, I'm going to get auto attack value this game. And if you're looking to get auto attack value this game, you're going to want to go Ricochet at 13. Other than that, I think all these picks are great. So here, you cost yourself a little bit of DPS. You spend a lot of time just sitting on 2 bullets over here without it looking like you're about to get into a fight, and you definitely should have just pressed D and meleeed so that you would have gone into this fight with the full 10 bullets. Like right here, you would have gotten out some extra bullets. you probably cost yourself like 300 damage or something. But the thing is, that's the difference between killing this Diablo instantly or not. Luckily, Diablo ends up dying anyway, but just, you know, why turn down 300 extra damage? Really good dodge on the Arcane Orb and whatnot from there. And then right here, you guys have this steal 100%. Like, they have 2 people dead. They have a camp pushing in bottom. This bruiser camp is wide open. Actually, you guys just got this kill. I even think this is wide open, actually, now that I think about it. Boss should be 100% wide open. Ooh. I don't know, I think that boss gets you this pot wall and so much more, but I'd have to see timers, and for some reason I can't see them. But I'm fairly confident this is the play. Yeah, you guys have plenty of time. Your teammates are fighting and you're way over in lane. Luckily, it's not an issue. And then really good punish on Li Ming. Good kill on the Ana. You're doing exactly what you should right there. Staying out of the lightning breath. Now you just need to hug the Brightwing for a bit while your team pushes in. Okay. Good job, good job. Just no need to play aggro. Oh, except on that false stat. I didn't even see that. I was looking over here. That was actually beautiful. Good job. Let's see. Great, great. That was honestly great. Again, I think you guys just have the boss here. I mean, they're down Gust, you're up 4 levels, and you have Emerald Wind. Like, I honestly think this is just a free boss. If they, and you just stick Muradin in this bush, the rest of you do boss. If anybody steps up, Muradin stuns them out of the bush, you immediately blink 2 times over, and just combo them down, and they die. Like, pretty sure this is the call again. Because then both of these are 100% free. Looks like you get both of them for free anyway. So then this is free right here. Ooh, this boss call feels really late. I feel like now you've actually given them a talent tier. You were up 16 to 12, which is really advantageous because it's 2 talent tiers. And you're on equal footing in terms of players on the field. Luckily, this enemy team is insanely passive, though. It's part of, like, they have a false stab to clear waves while they go and make plays. So, I don't know. I feel like there were 2 earlier opportunities that were both better than that. And I also think your Thrall is playing way too far back when if you go ahead of this boss and get 2 kills, you just instantly win the game. So, like, if we had a Sundering right here, I'm pretty sure we would have just instantly won the game. Let's see, you go in, you don't get hit by the Shadow of Vengeance, that's really good. But I will say this positioning right here, a little out because Diablo, you haven't seen him yet, and that gets, that ends up stunning you. Luckily it's not an issue though. Again, with just another bomb, no big deal. Well, you missed a regen globe right next to you, it's just minor awareness issue, but when you have a really bad Tracer healer like this, that actually kind of matters. Diablo just gets debated going for you. And then easy game from there on out. Overall, I gotta say though, it was really well executed. You saw some of the aggression really well. I hate this bullet spray pick. I think this is 3000% ricochet given your build and how hard you're stomping on this enemy team. And I think that you guys missed some macro calls between not going for the siege camp early and not going for the boss when you had it just like in the bag. You also could have played some of the kills better, like on the Diablo. You should have died a lot of times, but the enemy misplayed. Overall, though, I think it was a pretty well played game. I liked what I saw.